Hot powdery mildew requires intentional management when the disease is present. Management involves multiple strategies such as planting resistant varieties, sanitation, and chemical control measures. In this video, we introduce and explain a risk index for powdery mildew that can aid in understanding and estimating disease hazard. The basic structure of the powdery mildew risk index is a set of rules that are considered in order using if, then, else logic. The rules are evaluated at 6 a.m. each day using weather data from the previous 24 hours or, when available, forecasted weather. Each rule may add or subtract points on a given day. Daily values then accumulate into an overall index value that may range from 0 to 100. The original risk index was developed in the early 2000s and calibrated to the most susceptible varieties at the time. The risk index for varieties highly susceptible to the disease consists of 5 rules that are mostly associated with temperature. For instance, define high temperature events, lower disease risk, and subtract daily points. More moderate temperatures favor the disease and may add daily points. Note that the risk index values consider only weather. Factors such as current disease levels in the field, crop growth stage, and past management actions can be highly important in disease management, but are not considered explicitly. The accumulation of daily points into the overall index value indicate disease hazard is one of 3 categories. Values of 0 to 30 indicate low disease risk. Values of 40 to 60 indicate moderate disease risk, and values of 70 to 100 indicate high disease risk. Risk categories are correlated with generation time of the fungus on leaves and the relative number of spores the fungus may produce. The high-risk category indicates the pathogen generation time is as quick as every 5 days. The low-risk category indicates that the fungus is reproducing slowly, 1 generation every 10 days, or not at all. Estimated disease risk levels can inform management in several ways. Depending on disease levels present in a yard, high, moderate, and low levels can translate into short, medium, and long spray intervals for fungicides. Risk levels can also be used to decide what fungicides or fungicide mixtures are warranted, or the intensity of disease scouting. An important point to consider is that the risk index is only one part of your overall decision process. You also need to understand susceptibility of a given variety, crop growth stage, and the level of disease already present. Because of this, the use of the index is most useful for estimating disease risk on leaves in spring when mildew levels in a yard are low or non-detectable. We have made modifications to the risk index so that disease hazard is better estimated on varieties such as Cascade and others that have an intermediate level of susceptibility to powdery mildew. Check out the next video for details.